So for the right hand, your fingering for this whole lesson is going to be 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, and then 5 on the top. So playing the chords with 1, 2, 3, and then 5 on the top and coming down. And for the left hand, it's going to be actually the opposite. So you don't line up your 1, 2, 3 with the chord, but with a different inversion of the chord, and then cross and do it like that. But from the bottom, it ends up being 5, 3, 2, and then you tap 1 and cross, and then 3, 2, 1. So altogether, 5, 3, 2, 1, 3, 2, 1. So either which, it takes a little bit more thinking for that, but either which way, we get to use that exact fingering for all of the arpeggios in this lesson. And that is a huge boon if you can keep that in mind while you are learning them. Remember, too, we're aiming for smoothness here, and we're definitely not aiming for speed. You should be doing these nice and slowly, and that's how I'm going to demonstrate them. Work on getting a familiarity with the kind of stretch that you need to do this. This is a much more open hand feel than something like the scales. And by this point, you probably practice scales enough to be very comfortable with a closer position of the fingers. Well, here we want things to be able to spread out and splay without being tense. We definitely don't want this kind of thing happening where we're really trying to keep our hands out. That can really do some damage to these tendons, and it just basically tenses everything up. So when you're crossing, think about stretching. And once again, you're going to be doing it nice and slow, so none of this should be a problem. So let's go ahead and jump in. You've already seen a little bit of the C major arpeggio, so I'll just go ahead and play it with both hands here. As I'm playing through all of these, watch how precise and almost mechanical my movements are. There's not going to be very much like kind of floating around or momentum based stuff. If anything, almost think of my hands as moving like this instead of like this. Of course, we try and smooth things out, but really I tend to think more of a constant, consistent horizontal movement instead of a more dance-like motion. Lots of extraneous motion with your hands is something that you kind of have the privilege of doing, not extraneous motion, I should say, but more nuances to your movement. You have the privilege of having once you have gone through sort of the mechanical basics, but you really do need to go through a much more basic, solid, unnoisy kind of movement to really get these down. So anyway, let's move on to D. So for D, we're working on D major. We have our F sharp in there, which hopefully you should remember, D major chords. We're going to stack a D major chord with a D major chord and then put a note on top. Right? Same fingering, right hand, left hand. Don't be afraid to be up a little bit on these black keys so that you're not back here trying to reach for the black key. Allow your hands to sort of be a little bit into the keys, and that will be a big help. Both hands together. Thanks for watching this lesson from Liberty Park Music. If you enjoyed this lesson and learned something from it, do us a favor, hit that like button. And if you really liked it, share it around. Let your friends and family check it out too. If you want to find more lessons like this or explore other piano-related topics, please come visit us at libertyparkmusic.com. We have full piano courses ranging from beginner to more advanced levels, and everything is online and streaming 24/7 so that you can design your music learning around your schedule and learn in the comfort of your own home from a talented roster of professional teachers and musicians. Come check us out.